All right, settle in. Grab your tinfoil hats, because today we're diving headfirst into a rabbit hole so deep, you'll come out the other side questioning everything you learned in sixth grade history. What if I told you the Cold War wasn't our first nuclear standoff? What if the real arms race didn't involve the US and the Soviets, but cavemen? Okay, maybe not cavemen, but ancient civilizations with technology that would make Silicon Valley blush. This isn't just some late-night internet forum chatter. This is the theory of ancient nuclear war, and the guy who might have accidentally let the cat out of the bag. None other than J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb himself. See, after the first successful A-bomb test, the Trinity test, a student supposedly asked him, "Professor, was this the first time man has detonated a nuclear weapon?" And Oppenheimer, in what might be the most chillingly casual understatement of all time, reportedly said, "Yes, in modern times." In modern times? Excuse me, what? That's like asking your friend if they've ever been to Paris and they say, "Not in this lifetime." I'm sorry. What other lifetimes are we talking about, Brenda? It's a throwaway line that opens up a universe of possibilities. Let's start with the timeline. Our species, Homo sapiens, has been kicking around for, let's say, 150,000 years. But for the first 100,000 of those years, what were we doing? According to the official record, not much. We were basically in a 100,000-year-long camping trip, hunting and gathering. Our biggest tech upgrade was a slightly pointier stick. Then, suddenly, around 10,000 years ago, boom. Agriculture, cities, writing, taxes, the whole shebang. It's a massive, unexplained gap. Did humanity just collectively decide to stop binge-watching the clouds and finally get a job? Or did something happen in that blank space? Did a civilization rise, get a little too smart for its own good, and hit the big red reset button on itself? Let's look at the receipts. Exhibit A, the Libyan desert. In 1932, an engineer is just cruising through the Sahara, and he stumbles upon glass. Not just any glass. Huge fields of strange yellow-green, impossibly pure glass scattered across the sand. The only other place on Earth we've created something like this? Ground zero of a nuclear test site. We call it Trinidite. They call it Libyan desert glass. I call it suspicious. Exhibit B, the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan. The name literally translates to Mound of the Dead. Cheerful, right? Well, the archaeology is even spookier. They found skeletons lying in the streets, not buried, just dropped. Some were holding hands. Many of them had radiation levels 50 times higher than normal. And get this, parts of the city's stone walls were melted and fused together. Vitrified, turned into glass. That takes heat, not like a house fire, but like a surface of the sun kind of heat. This wasn't an earthquake. This was a citywide microwave on the popcorn setting. And if that's not enough, let's go to the library. The ancient Indian epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. These aren't just stories. They're historical records for millions of people. And they describe a war, a doozy of a war. They talk about a weapon, a single projectile, that unleashed a column of smoke and fire brighter than 1,000 suns. It talks about the sky turning dark, water boiling, and people being instantly turned to ash. It says the survivors lost their hair and fingernails. That's not a poetic description of a sword fight. That is a textbook description of a nuclear bomb and its fallout. So what did the survivors do? Well, maybe they went underground. Which brings us to Exhibit D, the underground city of Derinkuyu in Cappadocia, Turkey. This isn't a basement. This is an 18-story subterranean metropolis carved out of solid rock, complete with ventilation shafts, stables, churches, and room for over 20,000 people. Why would you build an entire city underground? To hide from bad weather? Or maybe to hide from something raining down from the sky that's brighter than 1,000 suns? It's all circumstantial, sure, but the pieces fit a little too well. The lost history, the melted glass, the fried skeletons, the ancient texts that read like a Pentagon briefing. It paints a picture of a past that's far more advanced and far more terrifying than we can imagine. So, are we the first? Or are we just the latest season of a show called Planet Earth that's been rebooted a few times after the main characters kept blowing themselves up? Maybe the most important lesson from history isn't written in our textbooks, but is melted into desert glass. A little reminder that we're not the first to hold the power of the sun in our hands. Let's just hope we're the first to be smart enough not to drop it. Again.